Let me show
Okay.
you some. So you're gonna have a really good view of this, of what's going on. So I can try to go through it a little bit more. All right, you
Okay.
able to see that where it says Back Office Thursday? Cool. So we're gonna go through I'm gonna just go through skills, capital passport, and three option tour. I created a three option tour. You probably heard us talk, Doris, about the three option offer before. So I came up with a three option tour. Really made it. It's like a parody of the Gilligan's Island song, the 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of cool, but I'll kind of go through it. Actually, let me just show you where I'll show you a couple where a couple things are. So when I'm talking about skills, you go to plugins over here. You click on a
Yes,
plug.
it. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you go to plugins. Then you come up here and it says plugins and skills up here by the bar. You see where
Mm-hmm.
it's right here where my mouse is. Like right up there near the top, it says plugins and skills. So you can press skills. And so I built the RCIC ones. Didn't tell something I'm working on besides real estate for a friend of mine. But so these are installed. So the beauty of this whole thing with these is that we kind of come up and show is you can actually come here. So you can actually create with the chat. You can actually create your own. You can create with an editor. There's an editor, or you can upload from the computer. Meaning, I can go in and I can create one of these skills, and you can have like 100 of them. So I'm going to create a ton of them, and then I'm encouraging everybody else to start. You can make your own. So what they do is they become like a full workflow, like a deal flow. So it's all almost presets, which is nice. It helps you guide you through it. So for your case, you could use we looked at we looked at capital passport deal matching, and we looked at the three option tour, but there's also passport source intelligence, and you get to the stress opportunity score. So these are all the ones that we've created. There's different ones out there, which are pretty nice. Um, so let me go and show you one. So you can build one, like you can just go to create with chat,
Mm-hmm.
and here you can go. And there you go. User skill creator to help me create a skill, keep it conversational, and start by asking what the skill should do. So you can go in here and you can actually just go ahead and create your own skill, which is kind of cool. It's really cool. So you can use that to make your own skill. Let me see what I can do. It's Can we create a skill for real estate investors? Wanting to announce and develop a presence on. I have to go through my keyboard. This computer's like 7 years old, so my keyboard's a little older. I hit buttons
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. On social media to watch this. This is cool. Here's Arliss. Hey, Arliss. So, so there it goes. It's in there. It's gonna read it. So Arliss, we're going over skills. You'll find skills and plugins. And
Mm-hmm.
you can actually make your own. I'm making 100 for the group for almost everything in real estate, everything we've been talking about. So example, launch their social presence from scratch, build their personal brand and content strategy, create ready to post content or manage a full system from positioning, manage the whole system like a business in a box. So I'm showing you I'm actually how I'm creating one in progress. Well, everybody can watch it. So it's going to think about it. And social media in a box for real estate investors, positioning profiles, content pillars, platform strategy, calendar scripts, lead capture, engagement, compliance, guardrails, performance tracking. So we want to do all three. Um, so I'm building a skill here, and like I said, this skill will actually be able to build it. It'll actually save it. I'll show you. How you install it. And you guys, you can make your own in skills. So if you want to do something like, you want to start really tracking, looking for multifamily in Pennsylvania doors, you could actually build a skill for that. You can tell it what you want to do. You just talk to it like I am, like normal.
Mm.
I'm going to go ahead and use Facebook, IG, and I'm going to say YouTube because X really isn't really a great place um, for real estate investors. Always adaptive. So yeah, y'all will be able to benefit from this. So this one, identify your strategy, experience level, market audience, and goals before building the system. What should it produce after onboarding? All of the above. So the challenge this weekend is for everybody, and I'm going to tell everybody who's not in the group to go ahead and to do this, to use this skill. And I'll show you how to install it in your own system. RCIC. Personal. Adaptive. So this thing is going to actually adapt. The skill diagnoses your personality and
Mm-hmm.
audience, and it creates a fitting voice. So it's adaptive as a firm rule against fake guru language, rented Lambo energy, and unsupported income claims. So this is going to be an adaptive voice. So when you're using this skill, you'll actually be able to build, this will help you build an entire social media presence. Yes. Yes. Ongoing with a 90-day launch. Gosh, there's more people on. This is really incredible. This stuff is really incredible. I mean, it's like keeps getting better and better. Almost every week when I'm on here, I'm like, crap, I gotta show everybody some new stuff. Yep, let's go with your pick. So it's going to be the RCIC Investor Media Engine.
Mm.
Uh, I built a lot of these. I built 3 of these things this morning in like under 10 minutes.
Mm.
There you go. It's building it. So it's going to have adaptive intake, a 90-day launch system, weekly operating cycle, platform playbooks, lead generation framework, and real estate marketing guardrails.
Mm.
So it takes a few minutes for it to go through all this.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, Matt, and Kevin are in. Hey guys, what's up? Sorry I didn't see you. I was watching this go through. I'm building a skill live, in person, live for everybody. So everybody remember you go to plugins for skills. And you can actually make your own, and you can also be able to use the 100 that I'm going to be making. I made 3 within 10 minutes. This one's longer. This is a set of skills that's in one skill. So it's basically going to help people. Basically adaptive intake. It has a 90-day launch system, weekly operating cycle, platform playbooks, lead generation framework, and real estate marketing guardrails. This is going to help everybody on their social media, their Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I did not include TikTok and other, you could, for TikTok and other platforms, but this will help everybody really set up a system. The core system is built. I've deliberately included a new investor without fake authority track, because pretending someone has 10 years of wins after 10 minutes in the business is how trust goes to die. Next, I'm validating the structure and testing whether the workflow produces a usable launch rather than a polished fluff. The skill creator workflow calls for a clean forward test after a substantial build. So I'm running one realistic scenario through a separate agent with only the skill and a user style request that will expose gaps the authoring pass can easily miss. So it's doing a test right now. Guys, this is like next level. I mean, literally, this is really gonna be awesome for everybody. Because you guys can let me see, let me see if I can stop share, reshare. Because I think our list, you said you can't see the screen. All right, see if you can see the screen now. So this is, like I said, man. After I'll show you guys where to go and put it in your, and then I'm gonna make a list with actually the ones where you can just copy and paste them and put in your own program. You can just copy and paste them, and so I'll probably do like 10 at a time. So you can just like copy and paste. You can just put the PDF in, and then ask it to run. Put in your skills. So like I said, you go over here to plugins. So it's still running a 90-day scenario. The structural validation is already passed. I'm waiting for the behavioral test before saving the skills. So any weak spots get fixed first, not immortalized. This thing is so impressive on what it can do. So go, you can make skills for yourself based on your own business. You can ask it. It'll ask you intuitive questions. It'll adapt. You adapt. It'll talk to you. You just go in and type in what you want it to do, and it's going to build it for you. And then once you do it, you'll notice like this morning and stuff. And last night, it was actually when I was going to pull the NEDs last night in the session, it was basically running the skill as one thing. So it cut down on a couple of movements. I think a couple of people kind of got lost because they've watched me do the NEDs a few times, and it was different. It literally almost does everything for you. So this produces honest positioning, platform-specific profiles, a 13-week theme map, 2 weeks of ready-to-publish content, a lead path, a 5-hour workflow, and measurable targets without inventing experience. It's saving and installing the finished skill now. So like I said, this week's homework, because I'm going to start giving you guys stuff to be more interactive, will be to actually, I'll get you this skill here, the other skills I got, so you can put them in your system, and then you can start, playing with them, and maybe even I'm going to challenge everybody to try to build one of their own, like build one skill of their own. So this is built the RCIC Investor Media Engine, created, validated, tested, and installed. Adapted tracks for new, active, and established investors for Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube playbooks. Personal brand first, powered by RCIC. Complete 90-day launch planning. Ready to publish posts, captions, reels, shorts, and YouTube scripts. Lead magnets, call to actions, qualifications, CRM and follow-up flows, weekly production and repurposing workflows, 30, 60, 90-day performance reviews, real estate advertising, fair housing, privacy and compliance guardrails, protection against fake expertise and unsupported results. So here, we basically we'll click on it. And there you go. And now it's installed. So this is what it looks like. And so here I can share it, I can edit it, I can download. And this is pretty sweet. So you guys are going to see this has like your, basically it says build and operate an RCIC branded personal brand first social media business in a box for real estate investors on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Use when a new active or established investor needs brand positioning, profile optimization, an adaptive platform strategy, and a 90-day launch, content pillars, calendars, caption posts, reels or shorts, scripts, those YouTube scripts, lead magnets, calls to action, follow-up flows, repurposing, weekly production workflows, performance scorecards, ongoing content optimization across wholesaling, flipping, rentals, BRRRR, creative finance, commercial, multifamily, private lending, capital raising, or investor-focused agent work. So it has all your operating principles. Then you can go in here and you can run the system. It's going to diagnose before prescribing. And it goes through everything, man. It goes through classify your track, produce the strategic foundation. It's pretty cool. Read platform playbooks. It's got the content funnel system. You got to build a 90-day launch. All your production ready content. It's going to help you write Facebook posts. It's going to help you with Instagram carousels, how to write YouTube titles, thumbnail concepts, opening hook structured scripts, descriptions, chapters when useful, and next video bridges for searchable authority. It's going to create several honest hook options. Match your claims to the user's verified proof, label placeholders, and the facts requiring confirmation. You got connected attention to pipeline, map one primary path. Then it's going to have, operate weekly after the launch. It's going to go through that. It's going to help you review it in 30, 60, 90 days. And then you got your output rules. And that's what's pretty cool about that. Going back into, and so we just built that one. So like I said, I've got the RCIC Investor Media Engine, which I just showed you. We got the RCIC Capital Passport Deal Matching, the 3-option tour, and the Capital Passport Source Intelligence. We've also got a number of them that we got the RCIC County Foreclosure Source Navigator, the RCIC Foreclosure List Normalizer, the RCIC Distress Opportunity Scorer. So we've got 7 skills now out of 100. I built 3 of those this morning. I just built that one live. You guys saw that. I will get that real quick in a, let me go back here. I'm going to have it saved in a real quick, make sure I have it. And I'm going to go to front office Wednesday, back office Thursday. Okay, now I'm going to build it real quick. I gotta ask it a question. Okay, what is the path for operators to install the skills I build into their own system? Can think about it for a second. So you're gonna see if you're gonna skill for that. So now once you have skills, it's like all these things are like workflows. It may do 5 or 6 different things that you normally would have had to go back and you would have to go back and do. So I'm going to go ahead and so you got the operator install path, and it talks about that. So I can share these with everybody, or copy the sharing link. So we can do that real quick. Can you see this in a PDF? There it goes. So I'll put this in the Facebook groups, and this will be the PDF on how to take how we can get the skills to everybody. I'm gonna get everybody the skills that I've developed to 7. I'll probably do 2 or 3 more. We'll have 10. I'm gonna try not to give everybody 10 more than 10 at a time. So that way you can go and add it to yours. Remember that you want to go into plugins. That's where skills is. I'll show you again when this is done. So that way, so once you guys are using skills, a lot of the stuff when you're in there asking to do something, it's going to pull the skill out automatically, and it's going to go ahead and run it according to skills, which means you for foreclosures and all that stuff. Now you've got more of an automated process. So we're evolving, and you can still everything that we've done in the past, delta sweeps and all that still applies. Use them, but it's going to start automating a lot of these skills for it. It's going to start, it can maybe do 5 tasks at one time, which is awesome. So that means it'll help you get through. It'll help you a lot. You seem like you got to build it. It may take a little time to build it, maybe a few hours over the, a month or something of doing that, but it's going to start automating almost everything for you in your system. So just remember skills and plugins. I will show you that one more time. We're not going to go a full hour tonight, 1 hour and a half last night. So we might go like 45 minutes, give everybody kind of a break. So the homework this week is I'm going to try to give everybody the skills that I've already built, the 7. I'll try to get 3 more done but I'll try to get everybody those on Sunday so that you got a couple days next week to put them into your system. And then I would like to see everybody be able to get it in their system, at least those 10. And then also I'd like to challenge everybody to build at least one of their own skills. And everybody kind of show skills. We'll do that next Thursday night. Wednesday we'll still cover skip because Wednesday night we're going to go into depth on skip tracing, skip wizard. So Thursday night we're going to kind of do a skill show up. I want to see. I basically want people to talk about their skill and what they created. So it's making the PDF. So I created the upper level guide. So installing RCIC skills from a workspace, sharing link, or zip package, using skills automatically or through explicit selection, creating skills with chat, the skills editor, or external upload, skill design worksheet, minimum build standard, testing, version control, sharing, governance, and troubleshooting, operator installation, creation, and sharing checklists, current official OpenAI references. It's all in this PDF that I just am gonna basically give to everybody. I'll give this to everybody that's on this chat tonight. So, but I will be building 3 more. Now let me go back here real quick and then show you one more time. You go to plugins. You go up here to skills. You got 3 options. You can create your own chat like I just showed you. You can work with editor, or you can upload from your computer. So if I upload from my computer, basically, like when we create a skill, it'll save it like an HTML, like we just did. And then you can go ahead and upload in your computer. It'll ask me right there. You just upload, drag and drop, and put it in there, and then it becomes live. The rest of these ones that I did, all these ones for both RCIC and Vintel, that's how I did it. I'll build it, I'll put it in there, it automatically operates. Because like, let me show you a couple of these real quick while we're in here. So
Hey Nate, I think your screen is frozen.
uh,
Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Make sure. I just came on, so I'm not sure where you're at, but sorry, I'm late. So,
all right, can you see all the ones that say?
oh yeah, now I see it. Okay, yeah, you were frozen.
No, I just didn't know that everybody, sometimes I don't go and back and refer, when I'm new there. Here's the
Yeah,
three.
no.
This is actually, there is a zip for it because there is an app, but there's also the 3-option offer, and there's 2 documents, and they're both in files tab. But this is cool. This turns a completed real estate underwriting and seller discover information into 3 legitimate purchase solutions: cash, seller finance, and a creative or hybrid structure. Use one of a user needs it. RCIC 3-option tours: seller comparison, operator analysis, cash requirements, seller proceeds, payment, balloon calculations, presentation order, LOI language, clarification questions, or legal review checklist. Each option must solve a different seller priority and must not be presented as legal, tax, lending, or servicing advice. So you can come in here and it basically walks you through everything in these skills. Now is going to be like strategies. There'll be a skill for a subject to, there'll be a skill for everything. So that way you can start using skills and it should rapidly help you do everything. Lead generation to it's phenomenal that way. But this is a 3-option offer. Actually, let me do one more. I want to do one more. Let's do one more right tonight. Let's create another one in chat. Can we create a skill for operators to create their initial buy box, set up market guides, and deploy their first Delta sweeps? So it's not going to be the initial buy box. A guided launch sequence. We need both. So I'm just going to choose 3. So the choices are a guided launch sequence, buy box, market guide, first Delta suite, 3 standalone modules operators can use independently, or both. I'm going to go ahead and say both because I want everybody to have every option available to them. You never know what people are going to need. Sometimes you just have to change your buy box. So it'll help you with the initial buy box, the market guide, the Delta sweep. Then it'll let them return later to revise a buy box, add a market, refresh a market guide, or run another Delta sweep independently. What information must an operator provide before the skill builds their initial buy box? As is. Your market county overview, target cities, zips, and neighborhoods, median prices, rents, days on market, inventory demand, investor activity and buyer depth, property types, price bands, matching the buy box, foreclosure tax sale, probate, vacancy, code violation, other distressed sources, official county data links and access instructions, local auction process and key deadlines, title closing, assignment, licensing, and compliance considerations, recommended acquisition strategies by area, local agents, wholesalers, buyers, lenders, contractors, title resources, data gaps, horse dates, confidence ratings. As is, but add the off ramps for the counties. HJs to pull the nod from non-judicial and the list pendants from judicial. Judicial. So now it's gonna have the NED, the NOD records, list pendants for judicial foreclosure, responsible county court, recorder, trustee, sheriff, clerk, or other AHJ, official source links, access methods, search fields, fees, update frequency, and filing to the sale timeline, backup sources when the official system is difficult to use, verification date and source confidence rating. It also distinguished the actual foreclosure instrument used locally because counties love naming the same process 12 different things just to keep things interesting. For the operators for Delta Sweep, should use a full Delta Sweep V2 standard from day one. That would include the executive summary, county and zip heat maps, top 25 targets, top 10 immediate call lists, equity distress scorecards, owner and lien enrichment, MLS, ARV repairs, motivation indicators, CRM outreach tracker, strategy recommendations, and the final deal score from 0 to 100. Yes. So then I'll build a skill for skip tracing, the skip wizard, and I'll build a skill for market reality assessment, and then we'll build some skills. I'll build some skills for rehab scope of work and things like that. So we'll have like everything will be in there. So when you guys have 100 skills, I mean, you start putting stuff in there, it's going to start pulling these skills out automatically. You don't have to sometimes even go to them. It's pretty cool. So the first week we use a complete Delta Sweep V2 and not a starter report. What should deploy their first Delta Sweep mean? Build ready package, create the search plan, HJ source map, pull instructions, scoring configuration, templates, and operator checklist. Live execution, access available public sources, collect records, normalize and enrich them, score opportunities to produce the completed Delta Sweep deliverables, or both. Execute live where access is available and produce a high build ready manual collection package for blocked, paid, capture, protected, or available resources. I recommend 3. We're going to do 3. I don't know what to go. We'll use this. I usually like going to it's whatever it recommends. Sometimes it's an SEO thing. It actually comes up with what the best one might sound on SEO was. Operator launch engine. So we'll build skip tracing tonight, skip wizard, and then we'll call it for the night after that. Um, 3, because I need people need to learn the processes. So it's you can this way it gives you the flexibility of you can start out slow while you're learning it, but you can change it immediately to automate it. So it gives you total control of that. Adaptive mode is locked. Checkpoints for first launch. Autopilot available after the operator has an approved buy box or market guide. I now have enough to build the first working version. So move from design into creation and validation. So now I'll do the same thing and then we'll build skip wizard. And then, like I said, this weekend I will do market reality assessment. I'll do rehab scope of work engines, probably 2 or 3 of them. And then at that point, we should have probably 10 or 12 skills to start with. And then I can start building asset class. We'll build some for multifamily. I'll build some for everything, every asset class and strategy. So we'll have a total of 100. My ideal time frame is around September 15th to mid-September to complete all this. 100, but then you guys will have 100. That way you got time to learn them. And we can, every session you guys can throw out ideas. What do we need? What skills do we need? So you got different ways. You can do all your projects like we've been talking about. You can use all the conversation starters like learning mode, all that, where those are, all the delta sweeps, the blind box, everything we've been teaching. But then you can use this as well. So you get the best of, you got three different ways to go.
This actually makes more sense doing it this way.
Yeah, and everything. I'm trying to make everything adaptive, so that way people can learn, but they can then once it's ready to go, they can switch over to automation.
So this would be quicker, more thorough, and you can get in here and make instant changes if you need to.
The other thing, like I said, is everybody can make their own skills as well. So if something's in there that you want to make, you can do it just this way. It's gonna, you guys know it's gonna ask you the questions. It's not gonna build it until it's ready. You can stop it anytime. You can fix it. You can put input in. You can make any changes so you can build some of your own as well. So it meets your business. If it meets your area. If you're in an area that's tougher, like some of the, Texas is non-judicial, but there's still some issues with getting information. New York, Pennsylvania, you got some older areas, Doris, in Pennsylvania that are, well, it's like all your paperwork. I still think, I'm still of the opinion that Benjamin Franklin wrote everything that they still use. That's how, when I read those documents last year, I was like, holy crap, did Franklin actually write these? It should have said like, hear ye, like they used to talk back in the. Sorry, I'm just kind of just not going to do it every word by word while it's thinking. But if you guys can see it, it's kind of cool. It's doing all the tests. The nice thing is it's validating a lot of stuff. Dude, their OpenAI is just getting more and more thorough. We may not even really need Anthropic except for some people like visuals, except so we'll have the apps and stuff. But we're going to keep it. I'm not going to do away with it. But this is really just becoming a lot more thorough. So like I said, I'll deliver 10 to 12 of these this weekend, and you guys can just go plug in skills and put upload. It does it almost instantly. So the launch engine is created, validated, tested, and installed. It includes adaptive first launch and returning operator modes, initial buy box intake and approval, market guides aligned to the approved buy box, county AHJ off-ramp modes, NED, NOD, and judicial list pendants retrieval paths, live and manual source deployment options, complete Delta Suite VT reporting, normalization, enrichment, deal scoring, and CRM handoffs, evidence compliance, confidence, and block source guardrails. If it doesn't appear immediately, refresh the skills page. So there's our launch engine. Stop sharing share just a second. Some people have the issue. I'm sure we're good. So your operator launch engine. You got the operating path. Apply the interaction standard. You got phase one, build the initial buy box. Create the market guide. Deploy your Delta Suite. Package block source off ramps. Maintain version and handoff control. Here's all your guardrails. Pretty phenomenal. One more skill. Can we matches or exceeds skip wizard. So what does everybody think? It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
I think
pretty cool.
everybody's gonna like this.
This is very much to the point.
Skip wizard is our yes, yes, exactly that. Upload a distressed property list, normalize or deduplicate it, verify ownership, enrich phones, emails, mailing addresses, relatives, associates, LLC contacts, and vacancy signals. Score every result by confidence and motivation, flag compliance risks, return prioritize CRM ready outreach records and source traceability. Next question, which data sources should I use? Existing skip tracing accounts or APIs, public records and permitted web sources, both the public record fallback. Yes, both, but we need to build the provider. All three. So I'll have CSV, Excel, Google Sheets, CRM. So you can use Gmail, you can use Airtable, you can use Dropbox, you can use GHL. I could say GHL and Gmail. Also, I can use also GHL and Podio. God, can't remember Podio. Back when Tammy and Sean tried to create that.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm having a Podio flashback right now.
Thank God. Yeah, we were trying to use Podio back in 2020 to do some stuff, and it was like it was not very much fun. Currently emphasize message CSV normalization, simultaneous skip Sherpa and tracer file enrichment, relatives and addresses, a built-in CRM, AI call preparation, CSV export. Our skill will exceed that with provider swapping, field level confidence, conflict resolution, public record fallback, compliance controls, motivation scoring, audit trails, and go-ahead level podium mappings. Skip wizard. Next question, which paid data accounts or all credentials do you already have? None yet, because I haven't been. I mean, we have. Well, I still like Skip Wizard. And yep. So I mean, and because 99% of information you need for skip tracing is in plain sight. I mean, it's the people that are doing skip tracing out there that are as a business, and the people selling leads, they want to sell you another subscription. Let me see if I have. Let me see if I have. Skip wizard. Let's see if I got it. Skip liquid activation. I think I have to go real quick. Let me go to skip wizard and sorry, I'm trying to get back to it. But, so I just inputted that the instructions 8,000 characters. To try to get it there. And Retrieve the instructions. So I hit a little glitch because when I went out of skills, so I was building it. So I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna build you guys the skills. If you guys saw kind of where I was going with this, I'll build the skills. I mean, I can do it again real quick if I'm here. Let me go back up here and see if I might have to restart it, unfortunately. It kind of will suck, but I mean, if I have to do it, I have to do it. Let's see if I got one for it. Okay. Yeah, quick. We're building. We're building. Okay, cool. That's a good. That's right there is good. Everybody, you see that? It basically is going to pick back up where I was left when I went to get the instructions. So it's going to have our prior context. That's awesome. So that's good news. You don't have to restart or reinvent the wheel. Just remember if you're ever going to reference a GPT, yeah, make sure you get all the information what it asks for. Hybrid. I always like the hybrids because I want to give everybody an option. That way you can, it's either adaptive or it's hybrid. That way you have total control and you can slow it down and as much as you want, and you can speed it up and automate it. So it's going to research live public sources when available, analyze operating files, and mark every result as verified, inferred, conflicting, or still unverified. It's going to draft the first working version. And we'll have the skill on there. We'll have that, and then I'll do my YouTube stuff, and then we'll close out for this week. I like that. So a good lead can't magically turn a weekend ending match into a fact. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Stop and share screen.
Yeah, it's got its own anti-Houdini mode.
Yeah. Intel my workflow, hybrid research. evidence labels, separate confidence priority scoring, batch exports, and delta sweep change tracking. Saving it as an addition, an installed personal skill next. So we'll have that. Like I said, I'll generate these. I'll do market reality assessment maybe tomorrow, and then I'll do the rehab scope of work. A couple of them, I'll get them. You get each full skills to start with, and then we can build out 100. They're a skip wizard. Conduct lawful evidence-based skip tracing and public record intelligence for real estate operations. Used when an RCIC operator needs to research or verify people and entities connected to foreclosure, surplus, or overbid funds, probate, tax liens or deeds, vacant property, wholesale and code violations, pre-foreclosure, investor outreach, or other property opportunities. Analyze uploaded leads, clean or normalize CSV and spreadsheet records, resolve conflicting ownership information, build public record research plans, prioritize research, and compare prior intelligence to current records in a delta sweep. RCIC skip rec. Here you go. You got non-negotiable safeguards, selecting the operator mode, run Intel Mine workflow, intake, normalize, clean, identity analysis, public records intelligence, relationship analysis, confidence scoring, operator recommendations, export preparation. Then it's got research with a hybrid approach. When you got live research tools are available, you can do that. It's pretty cool. Detect important conditions. Produce operator-ready results. Executive summary, identity summary, evidence summary, identity confidence score, opportunity priority score, recommend the next steps, and an operator checklist. So that is our skip wizard skill. So those are, like I said, I'll do market reality assessment tomorrow, and I'll do at least the first two, because I think we haven't skipped a work. We'll take a couple of them, and we'll get all those. I'll get all those to you by Sunday. So we're going to wrap it up. If there's any questions, let me know. Like I said, I'm trying to get all these done this weekend. Like I said, my goal is to get it all to you by Sunday. Your challenge will be then to try to, I'll have the system for you to configure and put it in your own system. And then I'd like to also challenge everybody to try to make one of their own. It doesn't even have to be real estate. As long as you can, you can make one. That's going to be awesome.
Thanks,
Okay.
Nate. Appreciate it.
Yeah, this is really cool stuff. It's like next level.
Yeah, I was actually doing one while I was watching you. So I was
Cool.
trying anyway. I was trying anyway.
Yeah.
Looks like I pulled some stuff. I'm not exactly sure for what I wanted exactly, but anyway.
Trial and error. I mean, you
Yeah.
can do 100 of these. Supposedly,
Right.
it's the capacity on their end. So I don't think people are gonna, and not everybody's gonna use every skill that I develop, because people aren't doing like storage or something. They're not gonna need it.
Right.
Because everybody can kind of still do the manual. We have this is like 3 different levels. We have a manual. We have like our original level. Then we got a delta sweeps. We evolved. Now we got this. This is like three more levels in itself.
Right. That's cool. Yeah. I gotta jump to another. So I'll talk to you.
All right. Cool,
Okay. Bye. Thanks.
Have a good one.
See you later.
Jim.
Yeah, this doesn't take a whole lot of time to put together, nor does it take a lot of time for it to run.
Yeah, and I did 3 of them this morning. I did 2 of them live, so we got like 8. So it's kind of cool. There's my YouTube description and my hashtags. Okay. Okay. The thumbnail under 1.99 megabytes. Generate.
So do you think this is going to do a workaround on the Anthropic problem?
No, because I mean, I don't think there's a real problem. And maybe like we have to localize it. And Topics was going to the review because their thing left the sandbox and hacked into something else, and that's why Anthropic's kind of been doing a review the last couple of days. Everybody's still accessing it. You can access some of it, most of everything. But we'll have to figure it out. I don't know, the image generation failed. I'm not going to post this to the morning anyway, so it just might be the environment. Sometimes the image generator is done.
I'll go ahead and pull the recording
Yeah.
and print it.
So it starts processing.